Hey Jola, so let's discuss the first question. So, could you please explain what is being nimble in all aspects of a firm's operation?
Yeah, absolutely. So from what I was able to find on, Google, nimble is the ability of being flexible, of being agile, especially in a leadership position. It is a trait of a great leader. Um, for example, there's say that nimble is a system of leadership in which an organization's purpose, strategy, structure, culture, and leadership practices enable leaders up and down the organization to dream up new ideas and bring them to life. And in organizations, we I think the ability of having fresh new ideas help us as leader to become more successful. And personally, in my life, I've seen that because I come from an engineering background, and now that I'm in a management position, I understood the ability of being flexible because um, management is something new to me, and that's something I needed to learn. Especially coming from an engineering background, that's something I needed to uh, to learn. Like in that position, and because I was nimble enough, I was able to learn those things so that I could manage effectively project and things like that.
That's true. Like being nimble is important for leaders as well. So, but it is also being nimble is important for the firm's company's operations because it allows the company to quickly adapt to changes in the marketplace, such as new competitors or shifts in consumer demand. A nimble organization is able to make decisions and take actions quickly, which can give it a competitive advantage at some times. Additionally, being nimble can help a firm to be more efficient and effective in its operations, leading to cost savings and improved performance. As you mentioned, like the being engineering is almost the same type of benefit. So overall, being nimble can help a company to be more resilient and successful in a business environment.
Yeah, thank you. That was a great answer.
Let's proceed with the second question. How might a leader's values increase or decrease their effectiveness as they approach their role? Could you please respond?
So you're talking about the values, right, of
Uh,
the leaders, yeah. So and again, on organization's culture is a reflection of its leaders' values. The values we hold deeply guide our behavior toward a new set of possible actions. Leaders should draw on their own and their followers' values for direction, inspiration, and motivation. Clarity about your core values is essential to becoming the most effective leader you can be. And values is something that we hold dear. So I feel like when we have or when we're in a leadership position and we align our values with that of our company, I think it's easier for us to become more effective, or it's easier to us for us to become more effective leaders, so that like our followers will follow better because they know that we hold dear those values and something that we actually like walk the talk or talk the walk, right? So yeah, values are very important for leaders to maintain to become more effective.
I agree with you. That's a great answer. So leaders' values can greatly impact their effectiveness in their role. And if a leader's values align with the values of organization and its stakeholders, they are more likely to be effective in their role as they will be able to gain the trust and support of those they lead. On the other hand, if a leader's values do not align with the values of the company or the stakeholders, they may struggle to gain support and or credibility, and they may not be effective in their role. Additionally, leaders' values can also impact their decision making and can shape the culture of the organization. If a leader's values promote ethical behavior and integrity, for example, the organization is more likely to have a culture that values and encourages ethical behavior. You might
Mhm.
see an example from like the Elon Musk and Twitter, how Elon
Mhm.
Musk's values and vision impact the role of employees in the Twitter. We are seeing tons of layoffs and job quitting at the moment. So yeah, that could be a negative example for this question.
Mhm.
So let's
Yeah,
proceed with
absolutely.
the last question.
Mhm.
How might the leader's emotional intelligence increase or decrease their effectiveness in a leadership role?
Yeah, that's a great question. So for leaders to be able to influence, guide, and grow their teams towards success, there need to be trust and transparency. Only when your employees trust their managers or leaders will they follow them wholeheartedly and give it their 100%. If not, then following the manager will only be a tick in the box and will curtail their leadership effectiveness efforts. To build trust, transparency, and credibility, pursue your leaders to connect with the team members beyond work. Here, emotional intelligence play a major role. And emotional intelligence is a way for the leader to connect with, the constituent, right? And I think that's something that should be emphasized in the organization. Is just for the leaders to relate to, the employees, so that that trust is there, and it makes it easier for the people to follow the leaders.
Yeah, that's true. Like the leader with a high emotional intelligence is likely to be more effective, as you mentioned, in the leadership role. So this is because they possess the ability to understand, manage, and express their own emotions, as well as the ability to understand, influence, and respond to the emotions of other team members. High emotional intelligent leaders are able to create positive relationships, build trust, and communicate effectively and manage conflict, all of which are essential for the effective leadership. On the other hand, a leader with a low emotional intelligence may struggle in their leadership role as they may be less able to understand, manage, and express their own emotions. At the same time, they may have a difficulty to understand the others' emotions and manage conflicts as well. So this can lead to poor communication, mistrust, and conflicts, which can decrease the effectiveness of the leader. Thank you, Jolo. I'll stop recording.
Yeah, thank you, Fikri.